It's time for another YouTube special video, guys. In this video, I'm gonna be rating the difficulty of each and every legend, from the easiest legend to the hardest legend in the game. Sadly, they're not gonna be ordered, they're not gonna be one by one, because it is quite impossible to do it in Brawlhalla, because all the legends belong into categories. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be putting 6 categories, starting with beginner, easy, moderate, hard, very hard, and the hardest in the game. Those are gonna be the categories. You know I hate styling videos, but this is important, so I have to talk about it. Do not skip this because you might regret it later. So, what I have to tell you is that the difficulty ratings in this game does not matter as much as in other games. So, if you're maining a legend that is very hard or hard rated in this tier list or in this video, do not change your mind. Do not go to a moderate or an easy legend to play. It's your decision and you can be successful with any legend you pick. I'm just doing this video to talk about the more beginner friendly legends and to sort of make a fun tier list, fun video, and also just an educational video for most of the legends. So yeah, that's about it, and let's get right into the video now. I'm gonna try and keep this video short somehow. I don't know if it's possible, but let's get started with the first category. It's gonna be the beginner legends category. We're gonna be starting with Bodvar, Bryn, Orion, Hattori, Sir Roland, Jala, Queen Nai, Scarlet, Teros, and AYDO. So these legends are gonna be the legends for the new players or the newer players that they should try and pick up if they are having trouble with some of the other legends that are in this video. So yeah, obviously you can play any legend you like in this video, as I mentioned earlier, but yes, let's start talking about these legends now. So how I'm gonna talk about them is gonna be, I'm gonna talk about them as a whole and maybe just mention some of the unique ones in this category. So I'm just talking about the whole category. I'm gonna say all the legends in here, their signatures are pretty basic to use, pretty basic on all the legends. Unique ones are gonna be probably Sir Roland. Hattori's signatures on the sword are a bit weird. With who else? This video is sponsored by... Stop! I'm just joking. Don't click off. Guys, if you haven't subbed to my YouTube, please click on that sub button below. Alright? It means a lot to me and I appreciate it a lot, and you don't lose anything and it helps me a lot. That's it. Alright, continue with the video now. Bye bye. AYDO signatures. Probably these three are a bit... Their signatures are a bit unique to use. But again, all of these legends in this tier are probably... Honestly, in Brawlhalla, all of the legends that I'm mentioning in these categories, most legends are gonna be spammable. You can spam with these signatures. So these are the more spammable legends with their signatures, or the more legends that have the easier weapons. That's why they're in this tier. They either have spammable signatures or easy weapons to play for beginners, you know? And that is why this is the beginner legends tier. Some of the weapons like blasters, like AYDO has, are not that easy to play. But her blasters are a bit spammable. She has quite a bit of movement speed and she's a bit of an exception. AYDO is a bit of an exception in this tier. The other legends, I talked everything about them, and yeah, we're done with the beginner legends tier. Beginner legends category, my bad. We're done with this category. Time to go on to the next category, easy legends. And maybe people would want me to say a thing for each and every legend, but the video is gonna be so long, then trust me, it's not worth it. Trust me, it's better doing it like this. So I'm just gonna talk about every legend again. I mean, as a whole, the whole category as a whole. So let's get started. In this category, we have the legends that are just a tad bit harder to play than the beginner legends, even though it's arguable and debatable that some legends might be in the beginner legend category. But yeah, this is my opinion for this category. So we're gonna be starting with Azot, Koji, Lord Rax, Wushang, Cassidy, Ember, Rayman, Nash, Ugrim, Ragnar, and the last one is gonna be Asuri. We have 11 legends in this category. So yeah, in this category, again, nothing complex, nothing too complex about every legend in this category. Maybe Cassidy could be considered a bit complex. Maybe Cassidy, and maybe Azot, even though his signatures are very spammable, they could be considered a bit complex. Even Lord Rax as well, but no, I'm gonna tell you right now why. Lord Rax, one of the most spammable legends in the game. Literally, every gold player picks up that legend and spams the living... Oh my god, I don't even want to say anything about it. Let's just stop there. Let's just stop there. Lance is so brain dead and so spammable that it's so crazy. It's so crazy to me. And blasters, sure, they're a bit complicated, but Lord Rax's blasters are a bit different as well. As I said, AYDO's blasters are a bit different than the other ones. Lord Rax is the same thing for him. His blasters are spammable, just like Cassidy's blasters. These three blaster legends are a bit different. You can just spam with their stuff. You can just spam their stuff in lower elo at least, and even in higher elo, to be honest, and it's gonna work out for you. But obviously, that is not the sole reason to why they're here. The weapons that they have. Cassidy has a secondary weapon, hammer. Not too hard to play, you know. You have pretty straightforward Q options. And Lord Rax has Lance, as I said. Yeah, AYDO, his signatures are so spammable. And they Q so early, which is why I put him in the easy legends tier. I could have put him in moderate, but I put him in the easy legends tier because of those reasons. And yeah, the other legends, they are quite straightforward. Nothing too hard about them. Maybe Ember as well at the same time, but no, I think she belongs in this tier as well. So that is my opinion on the easy legends category. Yeah, starting on, now we're gonna move on to the moderate legends category. In this category, we're gonna have Val, Core, Petra, Zaryo, Caspian. Before I continue with the rest of them, do you see something here? All of these legends have gauntlets. They're here because I think to play gauntlets, you have to have like a tiny bit of skill, at least a bit more skill to play that weapon, because it's kind of the combos are kind of complex. The string combos are kind of complex for the weapon. Even though Wushang and Raymond were in the easy legends tier, in this tier we're gonna have these 5 gauntlet legends here because the weapon is a bit more complex than the other weapons. So yeah, the other legends are gonna be Sentinel, Artemis, Kaya, Vector, Thor, Thatch, and Mirage. If I'm not mistaken, the legends are 12. Hopefully I'm good at maths, but yeah, we have these legends over here in this category. And the special legends, which I talked about, the gauntlet legends in the beginning, they're a bit harder to play than probably the other ones in this tier, besides Mirage most likely. But yeah, again, nothing too special about the legends. Nothing too special about the legends here. They just get, obviously it's getting harder. The signature kit is getting harder. I was debating to put Sentinel in easy legends, but I decided that he's a bit hard to play. Even though he has hammer as a weapon, it's a bit hard to play his hammer in my opinion. But yeah, this is looking good. I think Artemis, I was thinking about putting her in easy because has lands and it's pretty spammable. Decided to put her in moderate tier. And yeah, all these legends, it's getting difficult. It's getting a bit more difficult to play, but it's nothing too special. You know, you can definitely pick up these legends if you're a new up-and-coming player and start learning, because no matter what tier, what category the legend that you want to main is in, you can definitely pick it up, even if it's the hardest legend in the game, and you can still do wonders with it, because difficulty in this game does not matter as much. And this is it about the moderate section. Now, we're gonna start talking about the hard legends. It's getting harder, guys, it's getting harder. Alright, people might get surprised when they hear the first legend here, and they might be curious to why I haven't put this in the hardest legend in the game. But let's get started. First one, Mordex, Cross, we have Diana, Sidra, Onyx, Volkov, Dusk, Fate, and Jiro. I was talking about Caspian, you know, I had him twice on my category list that I have here on my second monitor, but the reason why I wanted to put him in hard was because of his weapon combination. It's a bit hard to kill with him, you know, but I realized that his signatures just make up for that, so I'm gonna put him in the moderate difficulty to play. So yeah, I put Caspian in the moderate difficulty to play. So without further ado, let's continue with the hard difficulty and starting with Mordex. People are gonna be confused why this legend is here, but honestly, as I said, the game is pretty straightforward. You don't have that different legend difficulties. So, you know how people say Mordex is very hard to play? Sure, but at the same time, there's like there's so many Mordex players in gold, and I don't see that big of a difference. Like if they would play like let's say a legend from moderate Vow, I wouldn't say it's that big of a difference playing these two legends. Mordex has pretty straightforward signatures. You know, they're very good. So that's that. You know, he has Sight. That weapon is pretty complex to play, I'm not gonna lie. Sight is pretty one of the harder weapons in the game, but at the same time, as I said, the game's difficulty does not matter that much. So that is why I've put Mordex in here. He's in the hard tier. So yeah, that is it about them. His stats are very good, by the way, just keep that in mind. Okay, Cross is the next one. Cross, again, Blasters. I decided to put him in here because sure, he might be a bit difficult to play, but at the same time, I don't think he's a higher tier than hard. I don't think I'm gonna put him in another category, so I left Cross in here. And about the other ones, I think everything is pretty straightforward. As I said, Sight is pretty tough to play. And Cannon, we have a few Cannon legends in here, which are Sidra and Onyx. And the two legends that are kinda more unique from the other ones in this tier are gonna be Dana and Dusk, definitely. Dusk, I don't see that many Dusk, to be honest, but I think the legend is pretty complex to to learn and to master as well. So that's why I've put Dusk here in the hard category, and his signatures are a bit weird as well. His signatures are a bit weird. Diana, her weapon combination is kinda tough to deal with sometimes, but the legend is very good if you can play her well. But quite hard to play, I won't lie to you. Alright, that is it about the hard category, guys. Now it's time to move on the very hard category, and this is the last category before I'm not gonna say anything. You see what I'm talking about. Alright, so in this category we have Nyx, Baraza, Munin, Lucian, Linfei, Isaiah, Zo, Reno, Mako, Jayan, and Arcadia. Alright, so guys, listen very quickly. I wanna add a side note first. I was thinking if I should add Munin right next to Mordex. But I think Munin is like kind of a newer legend still, not that played, and I don't know much about Munin myself, so I decided to put him in a very hard because in my opinion, Munin signatures are less spammable than Mordex signatures, so he's gonna be a bit harder to pick up for newer players. That is my personal opinion on Munin, but he might as well belong to the previous category, which was hard. It wouldn't matter that much. As I said, difficulty in this game does not matter too much. So yeah, let's keep talking about the other legends. Next, to someone's surprise, are gonna be curious why it's in this year and not in the last year. But I'm gonna start talking about it right now. Nyx has always been considered one of the harder legends in the game. Always been considered. And yeah, in my opinion, in this, as I said it many times, I'm not gonna repeat myself, but Nyx, sure, she's very hard to play. Nyx is very hard to play. Blaster side, very complex weapons to deal with, very complex weapon combination to deal with. But at the same time, you know, a beginner player might as well just pick up Nyx and start spamming random stuff and it would work. I won't lie to you, it would work. Because difficulty does not matter much in this game. Again, I'm saying this just to, I know I've said this like 5 or 6 times now probably, I don't know how many times I said it, but I just wanna, you know, I just don't wanna lie to you, you know, I just wanna tell you how it is. So that is how just Brawlhalla is in general, you know. And yeah, that is why I just put Nyx here. You will see the last year after this one, so you will see the last category. So yeah, next we have Baraza, another hard legend to play, pretty hard, doesn't have much movement speed, so it's pretty hard to deal with some other legends when you play Baraza. So his weapons, you might say Axe is an easy weapon, but honestly Baraza's weapon combination is a bit harder to deal with. So his blasters, you know, blasters, complex weapon. His signatures are not spammable. His Baraza signatures are not spammable. I can tell you that, which is kind of crazy. I think this is the first time I said not spammable in this video, but yeah. That is it about Brawlhalla, that is the reason why he's here. Lucian, one of the very hard legends in the game. This legend I used to play back in 2019. He is super hard to play. Lucian right now is super hard to play. I don't know if it's worth it playing Lucian right now, to be honest. Even though the weapons are alright right now, both of the weapons are alright. He's very hard to play. He doesn't have damage, he doesn't kill early at all. His signature is super good. I love his signature so much. But yeah, Lucian is here because of those reasons. And Linfei, alright, listen, this is a bit debatable. I know this is the very hard category, but Linfei recently got a crazy buff, and I realized her Ensigon cannon is super spammable. You can spam that and get unpunished, but I'm still gonna put her in this tier because I feel like she's pretty hard to play. Both her weapons and her damage just don't allow her to kill. And it's kind of hard to master her. So I'm gonna put her in this tier. And Isaiah, again, both weapons, very difficult weapons to play. Cannon and blasters. He's so difficult to play. So I don't know when the last time I played the version Isaiah was. I really don't know now that I think about it. Oh my god. And Zo, again, cannon, and his movement speed. His stats are very hard to deal with when playing him. His movement speed, he don't have much movement speed at all. Sure, he has a lot of damage, he can kill very early, but are you gonna be able to hit the opponent? Because with this legend you're gonna be super slow. So quite questionable, you know, So this is why Zo is in a very hard category. Reno, again, another complex legend, a bit of a complex legend at least. Orb and the blasters, these two. Orb is a bit easier than blasters to play, a bit easier, but again, the weapon combination is pretty hard to deal with on this legend, even though the legend is very good. But you have to, if it's in the right hands, it's very good. So yeah, this is why it's in this. Also, Reno stats are pretty decent. Let me just mention that real quick. Mako, this legend, I was debating on putting the Great Sword legends in the last year, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave these legends here for now. I'm gonna leave Mako, Jian, and Arcadia here. Because Greatsword, one of the most difficult weapons in the game at the moment. Mako has Katars as well, and she has a lot of movement speed, less defense, but a lot of movement speed, and just the weapons combination for Mako is just, you have to get a dodge read or use a signature to kill with Mako, you know, so that is why she's in a very hard. Jian, on the other hand, he can most definitely kill earlier than Mako can. I mean, faster and easier than Mako can, but at the same time he has Greatsword, and I don't see people playing him. I don't see Greatsword representation. It makes me feel like the weapon is very complicated for players, you know. So that's why I'm leaving these Greatsword legends in this tier along with Arcadia, another new legend that I don't know much about because I barely see her. I don't know when the last time I saw an Arcadia is again. Even I don't even know. Her signatures are so weird, by the way. So I think they're spammable, but they're so weird. So yeah, this is why these legends are in the very hard category. There's one more category left. Did you miss? Did you know which legend is gonna be in this category? Do you know which legend is gonna be in this category? It is gonna be the hardest in the game. This, in my opinion, this legend is gonna be the hardest in the game right now. And that legend is Magyar. It's Magyar. I think this legend is the hardest in the game. Might as well just put this legend in very hard, you know. Might as well put the legend in a very hard category. But I wanted this video to have like an intense ending. But I in my honest opinion, maybe it's unprofessional putting it, leaving it like that, like the hardest legend in the game. But this is my opinion. I think really this legend is the hardest legend in the game to play. I remember Sandstorm playing this legend in a tournament for the first time and just winning, but just keep that to the side, alright? Keep that to the side. Don't mind that. That's just Sandstorm stuff, alright? But I don't know. I just think this legend is so hard to play, so hard to master. Greatsword, his Greatsword is so slow. Signatures, I haven't seen more useless signatures, to be honest. I have not. What are his signatures? And his stats are he's so slow, and you need speed on Greatsword. You know, sure you have the D-hands, but he has Summer as a secondary weapon. But this slow, like movement speed and dex Summer is kind of hard to play as well at the same time. So this is why I've left Magyar as probably the hardest legend in the game. So literally, that's my opinion. It might be debatable. You might as well put him in very hard, but this is how I think about Magyar. And yeah, that should be it, guys. That should be the video. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Also, at the end of this video, you know, I googled if some other people have done similar videos, and I realized that one person named Huba Gumdrop has done a similar video to this. So I'm gonna leave his video in the description because I don't want you guys to think I'm copying content or anything, blah blah blah. Even though I didn't even know he made a video like this, but yeah, I'm gonna leave his video in the description so you can check that out if you want to. And this is it about a video. But before you leave, you better click on that sub button right now because it's gonna make me very happy. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want any more videos like these, just let me know, and yeah, we'll see what we can do about it. Yeah, that is it, guys. Bye bye. Love y'all. Thank you for supporting my content, and thank you for supporting me. Bye bye. Until the next time.